What is up? What is up? What is up? Boom. Get my screen up here. Oh, we're way higher than we were on Tuesday. Complete opposite direction, way higher. Here we are. Boom. Good morning, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. We have a heck of a gap below us that's probably not going to fill. All right. You get accommodated here a little bit on my screen. What's everyone doing this morning? Happy Thursday. Had a lot of news from Mr. Trump yesterday and Mr. Tim Cook, President Trump, I should say, and Mr. Tim Cook. Trump did say he's going to tariff 100% on semiconductor chips not from the US, but if you make a commitment to build in the US, then it doesn't apply. So, yeah, Nvidia's up. Apple is up again. Apple filled the gap on the daily, but Apple up this morning still. AMD up about 3%. What else? Broadcom was up pretty decently. Ooh, big candle out of Costco. Big candle on Amazon. Some nice little pops this morning. CrowdStrike getting hit. It's downside a little bit. Interesting. Where's Meta? What's Meta doing? What's the meta with you? Not much there. All right. Where's my music? It's so quiet in here. I don't like that. Some background music. There we go. Little background music. All right. My natural inclination is to try to short this back down to here today. Like way down, but I can't really fight the tape either. But let's see what's going on. ES is much weaker. Morning, Isabel. Thanks for stopping by. What's up, Turkey? Oh, yeah, I'm still, my puts are toast. Those puts I bought yesterday are toast. I managed to yesterday between all my trades somehow I only lost 68 bucks. And I had a really nice trade for a lot more than that last night. So here we are. I think I am going to short right here against the 616 risk high of day. Wait just a minute in case this wants to make a little push. Can get down to 557. Yeah. We'll wait this first 15 minutes out. Still short. Yeah. Hey, what do I do? Basically dead in the water on that one. All right. I should see what this gap's going to look like. Way too big to fill. .76. Would be the craziest thing actually to fill that, but already broke over everything on the daily chart. Goodness, look at that. Yeah, maybe we come back and back test the trend line now. But tough for me to do anything right here. Not in on the longs, and it's already ran a long way, so see what we can do. Daily chart. What are the stats on this gap fill? Pretty low, I'm assuming. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I'm gonna short yes if I short anything today. All right, I am short. Yes. Trim at four. We'll trim at like 400. Down here, probably 96, probably 91, 92. All right, what are you guys up to? Microsoft coming down. But Microsoft's so weak. Why everything else is so strong. I mean, it should make a crazy run. I gonna come back down into that daily 9 EMA I hadn't touched in a while. Looking for previous day's high. I am still short though. Obviously underwater, probably toast. Hey, risk management. I do like SPY being much weaker. If we can get 400. Where is this? What is this level on ES going to be? Basically down here. Yeah, 79, 80. That's what I'm looking for. Come on, ES. Oh, 10 points right there. There's my first trim, 10 points on ES. I did short ES up around 64.11. Looking for previous day's high. All right, what we got going on here? Chat's quiet this morning. Wonder if they were sleeping at you. Wake up and take your profits if you bought the dips. Right on the 6,400 whole number. It could hold here after sweeping it. See what happens. I really want, yeah, down here. This is 80.81. If we can get down to that 81.5, 82, we'll put some orders down there. IWM dropping hard. Hey, this music got a little beat this morning. All right. All right. Well, I wanted to wait a little bit longer, but I needed to go ahead and get in that. So what I'm looking for, the SPY gap today, 0.56. Let's take a look at the actual stats here. And probably look for a half gap by size. For once, I'll take a look at these stats, and I'm like, oh, that's a little bit stronger than what I thought. Let's see, Edgeful, what you got for me? So 62% of the time, we're not going to fill the gap today. So keep that in mind. Outside day, though, outside day, 69% of the time, you're going to at least come back and touch previous day's high. What does that look like? Pure SPY, let me go to 15-minute just to get ready. Yeah, so right here, 633.42, previous day high. So that would fill the overnight gap and touch previous day high. It doesn't have to happen, but 69% of the time, that's what does happen. Pretty decent statistic. So it's kind of what I'll be looking for today. It's holding that 6,400. Look how strong NQ is. For those that aren't sure what this looks like, it looks like this right here. still short here. What's up, guys? Or QQQ? Yeah, absolutely. I guess I could have just clicked over here. Yeah, so 67%. What does that look like on Qs? That looks like this right here. So it's kind of a weird one because the gap is so big. The gap fills right here, right on this golden fib line that we stopped at yesterday, and that is a low percentage. But there's the high percentage to come down to here, 567. So it's kind of weird. Man, SPY is weaker. That's why I'm looking at SPY instead. Gosh, Amazon's flying right now. But yeah, 67% of the time you come down here, which, to be fair, Turkey, that means 33% of the time you don't. So, take your pick. But that is a fairly strong statistic that we are going to come down here, probably touch and come back up here. That would make the most sense to me. But hey, see what the market gives us. I don't like this bottom wick so far. Still a lot of time left on this candle. Still good on the short. Willie C, what's up? Willie C. Willie C, I'm short. I'm shorty ass though. And I'm gonna at least short the weaker asset. Come on, come on. Here we go. We got room on this thing too. We'll see. We're sitting right at 6,400. What are you looking at this morning, Willie C? How you feeling? Get your coffee already? But I'm getting woken up here, okay? Oh, what was that? Is that a headline? What in the world? That was wild. That was a weird candle for no news. There's got to be news coming out. $6.50. This looks like a hold of 6,400 here. I had about a 10-point win. We come up over, call it 16 here. I will get out of this trade. Yeah, that'll be interesting, Willie. I don't know how much. This may just be in full breakout melt up mode again. Yeah, look at this 15-minute. This thing looks super strong. I'm staying on ES for shorts today. I don't really want to long the breakout. Gosh, Amazon is straight up. AMD's up 5%. Broadcom's up 2.5%. Nvidia's moving up. I don't know. Tesla, Meta, Microsoft. Yeah. May have to take this off for now. The statistic still holds though. We'll see what happens though. I got a feeling the screener's gonna look mostly bullish here. We have a couple bearish in here. Yeah, notice the gap up says bullish on these two because the statistic is less likely to go down to those. Interesting. Go to SPY. That's right back at my entry here on ES. SPY could just go ahead and push up to 637 at another dollar higher. Wonder if we don't want to go take this overnight high, but we're right against the level. All right, let's see if we reject. There's your wholesale inventories. Wholesale inventories. Looks like it was basically in line. Turkey, so the data, you can actually change it. Let me go back to that gap fill report, or actually, let's go to the outside days report. Where is that? Right here. So you see this right here on the left side, I have 6 months of data. If I go I can go year to date. See if the statistic changed 67% of the time. If I go year to date, I can go back a year. I use 6 months because it's like the most recent. Like, what's the market doing recently? That's where I found my sweet spot. But I can go back, like 2 years of data at 62% of the time that it happens. 3 years of data. You can go up to 5 years. And like if I go over the last 3 months, it's like even stronger, 74% of the time. Over the last 3 months, we've had 19 bullish outside days, and 14 of them have reversed. Yeah, Topher, I noticed cybersecurity was down. I saw CrowdStrike. That was interesting to me. I'm gonna put this back on 6 months before I forget. It is interesting that even the last 3 months it's been stronger. All right, I'm still short against the same spot, and I really want this to come back to previous day high. Could take all day to do this. We'll see. What was I gonna look? Oh yes, CrowdStrike. Look at CrowdStrike. Boom. Topher. I saw that one. Is you said healthcare is down too? Here, I'll just go down here. XLV. Yeah. Oh, XLV new lows. Which they who would want to be in healthcare right now during an AI run when there's so many questions about this? Turkey, this stream is going to two places, technically four places, but two places. It's going to YouTube and to X. So the Wolf Financial YouTube, the Edgeful YouTube, as well as the Wolf Financial X and the Edgeful X is where this is all going out to right now. Yeah. Come on down. What is that cybersecurity? Topher, do you remember what that's? Oh, Fortinet's down that bad? Good Lord. Ed's Bostic is talking. What is that cybersecurity ETF? I did not think of that. Come on, yes. Wreck it. There it is, CIBR. I knew Topher would know. Look at that, CIBR. You're looking to buy the dip though. CIBR, that's not a bad spot. Hack. Is Hack short? That would be funny. Hack is the one I was really trying to think of. There it is, 2.3% down. Wow. It's doing the same thing as yesterday. This makes me a little bit nervous because I'm looking at still a very strong NQ. And divergence is disgusting. And if I had to like take a pick, I would say that the strong tech names, rising tide's going to lift all boats. But my data and statistics say we should target this. So let's see if we can get down to here. Where's the rest of the crew at this morning? Just sleeping in, counting their money if they were long. New low. There we go. Here we go. Now we're cooking. Let me get this next trim. 15 points. Boom! 15 points. Taking another little trim here on the S. All right. Next target. Maybe these overnight, probably here. Yeah, 88 and then 82. So I probably won't leave many. I probably won't leave any runners today because why would I? Oh, Willie D, you smacked it? In queue needs to participate here, though. Needs some of these big names to pull back. Microsoft's bear flagging. But, I mean, Broadcom's still so strong. Amazon, first red candle here. Costco, new high day. I mean, those are your top weighted stocks in the NASDAQ that are all doing pretty well. We need something to cool off. There we go. Come on. There's 20 points. Come on, keep on coming down. This is what we want right here. Previous day's high. Well, I got my next trim 23 points there. I heard it go off. Okay. KB sliding in. KB, I was wondering where you were at this morning. Got a little short on ES here that's gonna pay us really nicely. I really want this full target, call it 29 points. Come on. For anybody that joined late, this is what we're looking at right here. Outside day, SPY, 69% chance reversal back down. Looks like this right here. I want to let me, there it is. All right. You open up here, you come back to the yesterday's high. Simple enough, right? 69% clip. You go to the last 3 months, it's actually what we looked at it earlier. Me and Turkey did. 74% in the last 3 months. So during this bull run, even during this bull run, 74% of the time. You got smacked around a little bit yesterday. Yeah, the short in the morning that I took yesterday on ES was similar to this trade. I was trying to get the gap fill. I basically bottom ticked my main trim, so it worked out. I ended the day like, I think I lost a steak dinner basically is what I lost yesterday. So I was kind of fortunate because I was on the wrong side of the trade most of the day, but risk management takes you a long way in this game. All right, let's see if we can get, you said financials rolled over, Topher? Ooh, yeah, look at the banks. Goodness gracious. It just went red. Goodness. Wow. Not a bad trim spot here. Especially looking at what this is doing. If this part's playing catch up though, we could get a real nice move. The divergence is absolutely disgusting. Look at this. Boy, AMD's still strong. Broadcom's pretty decently strong on top of EMAs. NVIDIA on top of EMAs strong. Amazon, of course, we know is super strong today. Tesla went red, but it's trying to catch some support. Tesla's right around this 320. It can get very kind of back and forth till it picks a direction. Microsoft's at break even, but it's under even the after hours trading yesterday. Google rejecting EMAs. Meta's right in the middle of the cluster here. Yeah, I don't see anything that like screams like, hey, get out. Hood up 4%. Coin, yeah, coin. Bitcoin getting a pump on that. So like what was the news? Ooh, basically at that trend line again here. Yeah, so what was it, Topher, this morning? There was a headline that Trump was supposed to sign the bill to be at like 401ks, be able to have like private assets and crypto and something else. That's what I saw early this morning. All right, we're up 25 points. Obviously, my stop is coming down here into profit. We'll put it at 05. I could probably put it even lower, but just want this to play out here. We got 2 minutes until that first hour. Everything's going to be red over here. Where do we open? Right here? Okay, we may have a red first hour here. Don't like. We have everything we need to be bearish on SPY, at least until we get down to this area. QQQ though, we have low form first, high form second. That's bullish. The opening price was right here. We're still above that. That's kind of bullish. Come on, give me that full target down here, 32. And I'll leave tiny, just small runners. Yeah. Come on. Come on, just drop it hard one time for me. Almost there, almost there. Appreciate you, Topher. Can't see how many points I'm up. Is that the gap fill on SPY though? Almost. All gonna line up pretty nicely. We get one more little plunge here. Sometimes I just try not to overcomplicate things. I think that's what I did a little bit yesterday. Try not to overcomplicate things though. Not yet, but it's right here. I mean, this is full target, right? Full target, 29 points on yes. I'm down to just like a 5% position now. Just some runners in case it keeps going. All right, well, good morning, huh? Full target. I hadn't even touched it yet, but that was full target on yes. Come on, make that one little plunge, Spy. Come on, come on, come on. Plunge it, just plunge it. Boom. Boom. There it is. And that's previous day high on Spy right there. Yeah, what do you want to see, BB? Can you check what the percentage is for individual names in the same strat? You want, yeah, I mean, yeah, every stock possible. So, like, which one do you want? You mentioned the video. Let's look in the video. In the video, look at this. Only 47% of the time does it come back down. Apple. This is using some months of data, by the way. 59% of the time, Apple. So yeah, I can look at all of those. It's a nice drop. QQQ's not even close. All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Appreciate that, KB. Oh, let's go, Willie. Ask an eval on that down move. Let's go. Get that thing activated and edge into it, right? Take small, high probability trades. I would love to see this just on down here, another 20 points on ES, to be honest. Pivot points down here, back to the halfback of this entire move up. That would be amazing. Yeah, I'm just gonna put this down. What do I even target? 65, 63. I don't know. Yeah, all right. Do we gap fill on ES? I have gap fill by session turned on. And that tells me 371. Yeah, the gap's a little bit lower, actually. What a trade, though. This is turning a really good day. So I don't know if there's actually a screener for that. Um, but there is a screener built. And if look, I'll tell you this, BB, Edgeful builds all this stuff based on like user recommendations. So like almost like I think 2/3 of the reports or more have been suggestions. They do have this screener here. We don't have the first hour yet, which is one of the actually we'll get this here in 1 minute. We'll take a look at that piece, but I can look at previous days range. I can look at gap fill. So like here's gap fill. I can change any of these. Like if I want to change this to outside days, we just change this one down here to outside days. So look at this outside day, bearish, 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 bearish. So I can look at this like as a screener, like overall. So what I did was I took the top 10 weighted stocks in the NASDAQ, and then I threw QQQ and SPY on the bottom. So I have Google, Netflix, Tesla, Costco, Meta, Broadcom, Amazon, Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple, top 10 weighting of the NASDAQ, because it's the top 10 stocks that move the NASDAQ, right? And I want to see what all these are kind of doing to kind of put together with my picture. But what I can do is I can easily just click on one of these and say, okay, Google had a bearish outside day. Did it reverse back? Yes, it already did. That had a 70% chance. So you can get there very quickly. Ooh, NQ bouncing into VWAP and rejecting. Ed Waller, favorite for Bloomberg, is the favorite for the new. Oh, come on. Just run. Look at this. Look at this. Come on. God, if QQQ wants to do this move too. Oh, can you imagine? Interesting. I think there is actually, BB, just to follow up on that, I think there is something actually in the works about that. Like, I think there's something in the works to like screen. I know there's a score coming that will like aggregate, like if you're watching a certain stock, they'll like aggregate like 5, 6 of the different reports and kind of give you like hey, there's 5 bearish statistics on this name, like probably short it. So there, I know that's coming, but like I bet there would be a way for them to build like a little scraper of, hey, go through these 10. I mean, can't do it for 500, but like if you have like a watch list of like 10 stocks, like it could say, okay, well here's your highest probability. I think it is probably a better approach to just know like what stocks you actually watch, like build your own watch list, which you can build a watch list obviously here. I have mine basically here. I also have on the screener, by the way, I have the 4 major futures on here: NASDAQ, S&P, Russell, and Dow. Look at this opening candle, all bearish. Previous day's range is all bullish though. So those are 2 conflicting statistics. Outside day bearish until that completes. 3 of the 4 have completed, 1 has not. You see YM and RTY, which is YM's the Dow, RTY is the Russell, have already completed this. And then gap fill, ES and Q have not filled the gap yet. ES only 8 points away. NASDAQ's 135 points away. RTY, YM both filled the gap already. And we know like the news was bullish for like maybe some semiconductors, stuff like that. Some other names, I mean, really moving too. When I look at Broadcom's trying to fade, Nvidia's under VWAP. Ooh, Amazon's coming in. Google coming down. Google looks like a bear flag. It breaks. Microsoft trying to hold the low. Tesla's testing towards lows. Meta, new low of day. CrowdStrike, new low of day. Boy, Topher, those cybersecurity names are getting pounded by that Fortinet report. Well, my trade is basically done for the day because we're at previous day's high. We've touched it. I mean, you could probably take the long if you wanted to take the long. I don't like, I mean, if you're going to long, you probably long NQ, but I don't really like how it didn't come down near as far. Stuck under VWAP. And there's a reason why I shorted ES instead, right? But look, full target was 82 basically for me, this area, and look where we're just pausing. Previous day's high. But the gap fill was like down here somewhere, I think. Where was the gap fill? 71. But we also just made a pretty big move here, so. Developing some decent bottom wicks here. Still a lot of time left on this candle, so 9 minutes left on this candle. Oh, Willie, I see what you're saying for the gap. Yeah. So there's like, everyone talks about different gaps or whatever. So like some people will talk about this right here as a gap, right? So like the overnight gap, or I mean like some people say it overnight gap. This is like, to me, this is like session gap maybe, or whatever, overnight gap, however you want to describe that. But the actual gap fill is where did we close the day before? So like I don't care about the wick or whatever on those gaps. I care about the closing price. So we closed price here and we started trading up here. We need to come back to where we closed last. That's the way Edgeful marks the gap fill. Look at ES still. Oof. We may still be in business here, ladies and gentlemen. Hmm. What's up, Paulo? Paulo, I had I'm up 33 points. I'm out 90% of my position. Full target was basically right here, 82. I shorted ES. ES was the weaker asset. ES also, we were looking at the statistics a little bit earlier. Just to bring that back up again, in case somebody joined late. Outside days on SPY. I can just get to it here pretty quickly. 69% of the time, you have a bullish outside day, which means you open above the previous day's high. So, for example, right here, this would be one that didn't reverse. Bullish day, reversal down. You open up above the previous day high, and you come down to touch it. So that's what this looks like. So you see, like, they're marking previous day high. This is where we opened right here. We came back down to touch it. Now, they drew the illustration that you could take along here as well. That's just the illustration, but the point is you come back down and touch it. So what does that look like on SPY? That looks like this that just completed, right? We open up here. Previous day's high is here, and we opened here. So we look for this move. Move's completed. We're out everything. Leave a runner just in case it wants to keep going. Stops up here. Basically break even in profit. YM, I have very rarely ever traded YM. So YM's an interesting one because it just, to me, it trades much differently. But you have to think about, like, the Dow is market cap weighted. So, like, one stock has a bad day and the whole industry, like, goes sideways. You know, like, you could have, because it's so market cap weighted and it's like the smallest collection of stocks, like, it can really get choppy, but it can also really get moving depending what's going on. If you really know the names that are in the Dow, you could probably trade it decently, but I don't know. I've just never found it that appealing to trade. RTY maybe a little bit more, but RTY I really need, like, a so, like, the Russell IWM, the Russell makes some really trendy type of moves. I mean, it can really trend when it gets moving. Boy, look at this day. But you can really kind of find a trend. This one just shot down and then trended its way back up. But when I say trendy, I mean, it likes to do things like this. Well, that's a sideways day. Oh, that was, yeah, yesterday. So if there's some type of, like, tailwind, or what do you say, like, if there's some type of reason, like rates going on, Fed, you know, Powell, whatever data, macro data, that they think rate cuts are either going to happen or now less likely to happen, that's when I start to look at maybe taking a trade on RTY. Or sometimes, like, you'll see the, like, QQQ and SPY have made big runs. So, like, we look at IWM comparatively. But, like, IWM just lagging so hard, but every once in a while, I don't remember when it was, like November, we got to all-time highs, like the QQQ and all that stuff, and they were talking about rate cuts, and you see, like, huge gap ups. But boy, I don't know, that RTY has so many bad, unprofitable companies in it, RTY, Russell, IWM, that I just gotta stay away from that. Oh yeah, follow it. I mean, the divergence is, I mean, look, NQ just opened up, started coming down. This was gross. This, I mean, the divergence here versus here was so different. Now, we did break IV low on QQQ and NQ, so really we should look to stay under the midpoint, not expect big reversals. I would think we even get down to here. We're sitting right on this part, which obviously for like an hour we sat there, so. Not really. I don't, you know, make one big trade, kind of slow down. The thing I don't know is this is kind of played out. Maybe you come down and like actually fill the gap, but QQQ. If I was gonna long something, I'd probably long QQQ. The thing I don't like is like this still has so much room that it could do this. Like this could bounce and do like something like this. And a lot of the data is going to be bearish. So let me go to. So like, yes, that part played out, but the IB is bearish. The first hour. So opening candle continuation. I go to a detailed view here. So gap fill on SPY, 64% of the time it doesn't fill. We basically got there. So we're not there yet, but we could easily just stop here. IB by rejection. This tells me if the high was formed first, the low is formed second, it's going to break the low. So yeah, we should break the low just statistically. This level right here on SPY, if you're doing ES, it's the same thing. So right here, 75. This should break 65% of the time. We break this so that the high was formed first, the low was formed second. We should break this. Statistically speaking, 65% of the time, round up to 66 if you want. Opening candle continuation. So this says on Thursdays that first hour is red. 71% of the time we should have a red day. So on SPY ES, I don't look for us to close back above here. We could retrace back up here. We could retrace into any of this, right? But I don't expect us to close above this price. So just a couple things that we can talk through here. Outside day, this played out. Now let's look at QQQ. The high formed first, so this actually we should have a break, but we already broke down. So a low probability move already happened on QQQ, so that skews things a little bit. Here, oh, actually no, it flipped there right at the end. The high formed first, the low formed second, then we broke that already. So already played out that statistic. My son just came in and he brought me a Pokeball and a Squirtle. I don't know if Squirtle's bearish or bullish. Let me finish going over that data real fast. Sorry, my son woke up, brought me Pokemon here. Look at this rejection on the MA9. Whoa, big rejection right there. Let's see if we finish this on ES real fast. The gap fill, 71, and the break of the IB low. Breaking this is high probability. Getting down here is not. So like it's kind of like, okay, I just let runners do the work at this point. Wordle's bullish, KB. Here's the opening candle continuation. 92% chance red day on QQQ. 92%. That is a strong statistic. That means right where we opened here, we should not close above here today based on statistics, right? That means anywhere down here, and it doesn't have to be down here, right? It could be here, it could be here, it could be right here, literally. But I think we're gonna go lower here. We have a gap here. We pushed up on news that was really like, how significant was the news? I think Apple's news was pretty decent, but outside of that, what are we really worried about? Like it didn't re-rate anything in my opinion. But here we go. Let's go ahead and get a new low here. All right, there's slightly lower low. New lows on QQQ. If I was, yeah, I know what you meant. Pokemon's bullish. He's 4. My older son's 4, and he is big on the old Pokemon right now. Um, got back half hours. Yeah, it's tough because, like, look, you just made your lower lows, so that statistic played out. This is a tough statistic to fight with. QQQ. I mean, if anything, you could come down to here, but we're starting to get 3 lower wicks here. Plus, we made a big move here. I mean, look, 30 something points on ES from, it's actually more. What's that? Yeah, 30 plus points on ES is a big move. I mean, InQ really hasn't made a big move, but InQ is much stronger, and we know the divergence is much more bullish over here. Look at this bottom wick. Look at them buying this up quickly. Yeah. Look at all these wicks on the 5-minute. A lot of wicks on the 5-minute here. Come on, give us that lower low. Fill that gap. Spy filled the gap. ES didn't fill the gap. Spy did. IWM's falling off a cliff. It feels like InQ is just going to play catch up, but I don't like these bottom wicks. Like, I can't do anything over there. Just going to stay in my runners where I'm at. I mean, after a big move, it's tough. I know, like, some people like to play breakouts. I hate breakouts, so you just filled the gap on Spy. Hey, QQQ could still make this move. I mean, We get a lower low yet? There it is. Look at that. I'm just gonna throw my stop on that last high. $40 for my entry. Yes, filled the gap. Well, call this a successful morning so far. I really think you're gonna get this drop here. Probably gonna get down to 500 on NQ. I know, Willie, sometimes I tell you this, when I have bad days, it's because I'm ignoring either conflicting statistics, if something's conflicting with like other things, or I'm trying to like trade price action instead of seeing what the high probability stuff is. Super underrated. Outer VWAP band and the 233 EMA down here. I do think QQQ will test the top of this gap. I don't know, I'm just vibing with this music right here too. Yeah, so like a lot of people don't think this. So like, I sports bet for fun, for like viewing pleasure, and I'm decent at it just 'cause I know sports and like certain sports I know better. I approach it with a trader mindset, which is funny. Um, a lot of people think sports betting can just be gambling, but there are like high probability stuff in sports betting, and there's arbitrage and all kinds of stuff that you can deal with. Um, I don't sports bet, and I don't think most people should because most people don't approach it the right way. But there are professional cappers out there that do very well sports betting because they play the mathematics side of things, right? There's a system, Hollow. I have a buddy that runs a deep system, and it's an MLB chase system. So like if you are, I think if you're plus 500 after the All Star break, like you double down like each day on a team until they win, and like within, I don't know, they like 5 games or something, like you don't It's not. I think you get a 50% gain on your money like over the time. I don't know. It's really crazy. Oh, nice. We have to chop it up some. I don't know if you know Paper Gains. Really, really good trader on here. One of the best traders I know on this app. He actually opened up because Robinhood opened up the prediction markets, and so we've been playing around with some of that. We do some of the other there's some other sports betting stuff. But he has a whole sports betting room over in his Discord, and he has a couple professionals that one of them's like in there, and then he's close friends with a big time, kind of like you, like does it almost for a day job. He's got like other businesses and stuff too, but that's what he does. It's Bostic made all kinds of comments, but nothing really stuck out to me. Interesting. We still have an inside week on SPY of a bearish engulfing. UQQ looks much different though. Let's see. Tesla made a new low. Tesla's red. Meta is red. Didn't make a new low yet. Microsoft was super weak yesterday and it's hanging in. Google looks like it's, boy, that bear flag broke. It looks like it's going to come down. Netflix still looks good. Amazon's just like bleeding back into pre-market highs. That could still be a good look. Broadcom is not looking too good, but it's been on a pretty wild run. Nvidia, I mean, Nvidia, it could hold here, but Nvidia doesn't. Actually, looks super great. Apple looks okay. Apple gap filled though. Kind of long into that. AMD looks really good. CrowdStrike still looks kind of rough. Netflix sitting on top of 21 EMA and VWAP here. A little triangle on Netflix could go either way. Yeah, I don't see anything that really makes me excited. Am I streaming tomorrow? No, I do Tuesday and Thursdays right now. It's so 2 streams a week. I would love to stream just like every morning. Tell you what, this looks like a short and a half still. I'm gonna stream for another 30 minutes. Kind of watching for this to play out. I'm honestly not super excited to take another trade right now. I kind of need to see what happens first. This may be a trade in the afternoon stuff. What books do I use for sports betting? So I'm actually in Mexico, so I have an advantage of I can use Caliente is what I use. If I don't know, I like it. Literally any game that I mean, it's got everything on it, but I can also stream like the game streams for free in real time on there. So like a lot of people, and you probably know this, Hollow, a lot of people that watch, you're watching the NFL on YouTube TV or your direct TV or whatever you have, and or you're streaming it and you're behind, like you're super far behind the action. And I have it like in real time. I can do it. Well, I can do it on my computer or my phone, either way. So, yeah. I have everything. I have everything. Yeah, access wise, yeah. Yeah, Caliente has like everything. Although it can get real bad. You know, you get bored late at night and you look over and there's like a some like Korean table tennis going on, esports over in like Dubai. I know a lot of people that use Bovada and all of those. What's that? Like, there's some guys I know on X that they use. What is that thing called where you get all the? Oh, I absolutely destroyed the Super Bowl. I was out in Puerto Rico. I absolutely destroyed that Super Bowl bet. I was live betting it too. I'm trying to think. There's a like a data service out there somewhere. I can't remember what it is, but like during March Madness, like a bunch of the guys I was talking to, they were using that. I can't remember what it was called. And those that are just hanging out with me in here, other than me and Hollow, chatting stuff just for fun. Obviously, Hollow does it whatever every day. I do it for fun. I haven't done it pretty much all summer because I do it when I watch sports that I'm interested in. Did some NBA stuff, but I like NFL. I don't know if if the Browns are playing the Bengals or something, and I don't care about the game, or the you know Bears are playing Packers or something. It's like I really don't care about the game that much. It just makes the viewing pleasure a little bit better. That's the way I approach it. I literally just do it for fun and try to stay break even by the end of the season. But the rest of you hanging out, trades played out. I'm sitting in runners. I'm not going to try to reverse this trade. I don't see any confirmation of reversal here. If you're a scalper, maybe you have been playing around in this range a little bit, but it just doesn't look super appealing just yet. I mean, SPY and ES, you look at this. This blue line is the EMA 9 right here. And look, rejecting it here, coming down hard, bear flagging straight into it, rejecting. I mean, that is a strong trend move. Kind of a similar thing here. Look, as soon as you got up into the EMA 9, rejection. Yeah, it's a tough call. I really think we're gonna finish this move. I wonder where half gap is on this. Opened up here. Oh yeah, we're sitting on half gap right there on QQQ. So if you're trying to play half gap, there's your half gap on QQQ. Uh, from the gaps that I look at, if you're looking at this gap, half gap's going to be down here. So pick your poison. What was the Fed news that somebody said was coming out? New York Fed, 3 year ahead expected inflation unchanged at 3% in July. 5 year inflation 2.9% in July versus 2.6 in June. Home price rise expectation unchanged. Consumers are more upbeat about current financial outlooks. Credit is easier to get in the future. Market repricing, no surprise, given fine balance. There's more uncertainty now about when steps are taken. This is from, oh wait, that's BOE. Those first headlines were that New York Fed stuff. July year ahead expectation of inflation at 3.1 versus 3% in June. So slight tick up there. Fed Bostic did say consumer is a question mark right now. Big question mark was actually the quote. This is one of those things where it either needs to pop back up for a reshort or it just needs to go ahead and just like rug hard so you can try to play the bounce. A lot of red candles in a row. Probably get some type of relief. And these bottom wicks are interesting, but it's still pushing down. So the other statistic, anytime you break the previous day high, you should close green based on the previous day. So like where this yellow line is right here, statistically SPY should close above here and below here. So like if we come down here, you probably play it back up to here. And if we come back up in this area, you probably try the short again. I don't know. The only clean setup I would like is if you get a little bit further down here, maybe QQQ plays it out down to here, then you probably play the long off of this area. That's my thoughts for the rest of the day. So I'd have to wait for that to set up, which could be 20 minutes, could be 2 hours, 3 hours. And my coffee got cold. I think one of those like warming mugs. Do you know anybody that likes Pine Scripts? There's definitely some people around that like to talk Pine Script. I don't know a whole lot of. I know a lot of people that play around with it. There's a guy comes on Spaces with us a lot. Joe, I call him Joe Scorsese. I don't know his actual last name. But he's on a lot of our Spaces. He codes and does a lot of stuff. And then look at that EMA 9 right at the top of that wick. Oof, right here. But yeah, there's several people in the trading community that talk and do Pine Script because they obviously Trading View. You see right here at the bottom, Pine Editor. A lot of traders, especially if they have a coding background, they know Pine Script and code stuff out on here. I don't know anything about it. I don't really talk about it with people much. But there are definitely a lot of people in this industry that know Pine Script. Joe's the first one that comes to mind just because I've talked to him about coding stuff before. Everybody else go to sleep on this. It looks like we're just gonna get looks like we're gonna get this full trade. Boy, this looks kind of ugly still. Here's your edge of the gap. Here's your half gap, which is also lines up with half standard deviation move outside of the IB, which does happen. There's a statistic for this. It does happen pretty often. We can take a look at that. Let me go to the IB real fast. So like on QQQ, for example, we go to buy levels. Day type breakdown days. When you break that IB low, 62.5% of the time you make it to the 0.5, which is right here. So since you've broken this, you have a 62.5% chance to get to here. So I know, was it hollow that you were trying to short still? There's 500 on Q. You're basically right there at the level. Yeah, I don't blame you. Someday, like, I'm probably done for a little while. I don't see what else I can do here that's gonna vastly improve my day. Nice reaction. Look, right off my 233 EMA, this purple line down here. Stops all the way down here, like 20 points in profit now. But I don't really want to fight this price action just yet because it's kind of ugly. I would much rather see this area get hit on QQQ before I get interested. But there's that NQ, that 500. That was last night. Resistance could turn to support. Here's your look at it. So basically right here in this area. Yeah, big bounce there. Big bounce there. Trying to engulf. We'll see what happens. Weekly profit target. Yeah, I get that. If you trade prop firms, you kind of have to have like a profit target for like each day. I try to like look at the day by day and see what because like I want to try to make the like minimum at least. like my main goal on the prop firms is to at least hit 200-300 bucks on an account, and if I get a trade that's 800 bucks, 1,000 bucks, whatever, that's where I make the extra. And if I can at least get to that 200-300 bucks on an account, if the trade kind of stops there, whatever, if I get to that point, obviously if the trade's still going, I'll ride it. But if it kind of stalls out, if I get to that point, I usually just take the profit and run. But if I have if there's some days where I just don't trade. Like if there's a day where I'm just like, okay, not excited about trading, then like a crazy divergence, whatever, then I'll just sit out, right? Like I try to hit that daily target at the same time. Like in a week, like some weeks you have more opportunity than others. Some weeks are dead. Like right before earnings in the Fed meeting, there was kind of a dead week there. Take Profit's running a good promo right now. Oh, AMD. AMD is flying. Apple right at this 220 double top again. Broadcom has a little lowercase h. That doesn't look great. Amazon's just going sideways, but it's not like changing course. Google's still rejecting. Microsoft's still rejecting. Meta trying to get a decent candle here, but it's under VWAP in the EMAs. That's all. Yeah, nothing really looks good right now other than AMD and maybe Apple. Yeah, so I like Stratify because they don't have that activation fee. Top Step rules wise is probably my favorite. But I like Tradeify. If Tradeify had the Project X, whatever, kind of like Top Step, or Top Step X is built on Project X. Tradeify is getting that soon. So it's kind of between the two. Tradeify though, no activation fee, versus Top Step, you pay more with the activation fee, but you you don't you have 2 less trading days that you have to worry about with Top Step. So whatever, pick your poison. Take Profit Trader's not bad. Huh, SMCI is a joke, dude. SMC that that got so far ahead of itself. Which, to be fair, it did have a split, so you have 1,500 at the It was trading up here with 1,200. I think it hit 1,200, but they did a split, and then after the split, it's just been a nightmare. But the thing is, like, when there's questions about you cooking your books and stuff, like you're a legitimate business, but there's a lot of questions about you cooking your books, and like auditors are dropping you. Like, I don't know. I don't want to be involved in that. So, like headlines and legal battles could just go back and forth over and over. Got about what 7, 8 more minutes left on my stream this morning. Just chilling. Been a super comfortable morning. Getting that early short, super comfortable morning. If I failed this trend line, that's not good. Now, these EMAs are the big key on SPY here on the daily. Let's Vol D is positive today, actually. Vol DQ is super positive. Okay. I really want this trade to just fish out to the very bottom, and then I'll get out of here. KB, did you short that? This looks terrible. Like this looks like we're definitely going lower. Look at this. Looks like it's gonna fall like way apart here. RSP is equal weight. Wow. Look at that. The 0.5 extension is exactly where all this is right here. It's 50 points on yes. Unbelievable. I didn't like the risk reward for a new short here. This actually looked decent for a new short. Once this broke here, but this is basically your target, 490s. Your other target's going to be 480. But previous day high still sitting way down there. All right, well, that's that level I was talking about. Hit. This would be the next one down. Looking around to see what else is going on here. Get the Brits out of the way. I love British accents. It's Tuesday. A bottle of water. Come on, just finish the move. Finish the move so I can close out the stream. What's pumping? Kofor was watching some other names. Wayne's still doing well. Boy, Circle looks terrible. Interesting. God. Ooh, AMD 5-minute shooting star or 15-minute shooting star. Or CrowdStrike. Ability. I want Simi. Everything's fading. Look how bad the banks are this morning. So like, gosh, XLF is getting crushed. All right, well, this area on yesterday is very interesting. Come on, finish this out. I just want to yell 55-point gain. Yes, I am fully out. That's what I just want to just yell. I just got it on the tip of my tongue. Come on, yes, go ahead and finish it for me. Come on, come on. I'm just waiting on it. Come on, 4 more points, yes. Low day, come on. A little bit more. Come on, come on, come on. Drop, drop, drop. Just one more drop. Holding right on the gap though. Go fill it. Gosh, look at Spy. Just it was so much weaker. I had to short it. I know KB. I'm like on that like I'm up 50 points. So I just take it off here. But my full target was down here. I'm on runners at this point. Nothing's telling me to exit. If if I got to add it back somewhere, I would definitely be trimming here. Just because ZenQ is sitting toughly right over here. Come on, do it. Just do it one time for the one time. Ooh, yep, Bix. Kind of no man's land here. I was supposed to end my stream 7 minutes ago, but I'm really watching. I'm just watching to see if this is gonna play out. Come on. Come on, just finish the move. Appreciate you, my friend. What is, I don't know what Tokyo soup means. That like Asian session. You know, it's crazy. There is a midnight opening retracement stat that I never look at, and we are right on it on NQ. Let me go to NQ. It's like the midnight price. So the midnight price coming back to midnight price. 62% of the time it does. If you're above it, 65% if you're below it. I don't know why that's a stat. I've never followed that stat, but there. Come on. Come on, 6 more points. We are beyond the average daily range move here as well. I was just thinking about that. I don't know. Honestly, it's a tough call. There's statistics say that it shouldn't, but the way that this is playing out, I don't know. I think NQ probably stops here. If it does come down here, you probably at least get some type of buy reaction. But buy in the broader market just looked terrible to me. I'm ending the stream as soon as I just want this to play out or turn all the way back around. 13 minutes over time, and I've got other things I got to get to, but don't double bottom right here. Look at this. Don't do this to me. Normally I'm not as greedy, but when I'm down to just like runners, like I mean runners of runners. 15-minute candle just closed. Come on, just make one more little plunge. QQQ's holding. A lot of red candles in a row. Honestly, if it does plunge, I would think about trying to scalp it long. But if NQ loses this, yeah, maybe down here 480. That opening surge last night. Come on. Just play out the hourly 20 EMA right here, KB. Here we go. Here we go. I'm probably done for the day. This is a big trade. Come on, I just want to hear order filled in my ear. Ooh, Microsoft new low of day. CrowdStrike another new low. Meta new low. Netflix is about to make a new low. It's at pre-market lows. Or intraday it is making a new low. Amazon looks like a rollover. Broadcom bounced. And Nvidia bounced. Apple's still stuck under 220, but still constructive. And we know AMD is just crushing it today. Come on, one more little plunge. Come on, NQ, pull us down. Here it goes, here it goes. Come on. Pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it. Come on, start the weed eater. Yeah. About to hit him with the GG, no read. Come on, yes. Come on. Maybe there's a, yeah, at midnight. Come on, just finish it, yes. Don't do this to me. And look, we're right at the spot. Right there. QQQ's at it. Come on, come on. Don't bounce there. Don't do this to me. Don't stop for 1 point. Oh, 2 points short? No way. I should take it off right here. Come on, one little. You gotta be kidding me. There's no way. You're kidding. What a joke. No. My order's at 55.5. And we just hit what? 56.5. Literally 1 point. I always front run my targets, but don't. They're trying to front run my front run. Come on. This is gonna be a brutal knot. Like if it doesn't hit this, I gotta move my stop down deeper. I really don't want it coming back over 70. A big difference though. This is gonna be brutal. Yeah, if this candle pushes back up, you're probably gonna get this. I know maybe you get something like this, or you get this and then it finally finishes. All right, guys, I gotta end the stream. I've got to get to other things here. That's basically full target. We'll call it a 50-point win total. Two great streams this week. I had a rough one last Tuesday, great one this Tuesday and this Thursday. Good one last Thursday too. Appreciate everyone that tuned in. Follow in here, KB hanging out all the way to the end. BB in here a little bit earlier. Willie C. I know Willie C. He passed that eval earlier, so shout out to my man over there. Topher stopped by my stream. Who else was in here? Turkey was in here earlier. Appreciate all of you guys stopping by. Tuesday and Thursday right here on Wolf and Edgeful, both YouTube or X, whatever you prefer. Make sure you try out Edgeful, guys. Absolutely got paid thanks to Edgeful today. And with that, I'm going to sign off. I'll see you guys next Tuesday for the stream, Tuesday and Thursday. I've got a ton of other things going on, so make sure you follow me on X and follow the Wolf account, of course. Edgeful as well. Check out their Discord. Edgeful has some great stuff in the Discord. Also, the Edgeful account, just other creators, traders that look at different reports different ways, posting their ideas all day. They retweet a lot of them, respond to a lot of them. So definitely the Edgeful account. And if you're not trying out Edgeful, I don't know what else to tell you because at this point, I think we have plenty of proof. All right, guys. Topher, gracias. AF. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I'm just going to call you AF. Appreciate you as well. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Have a great rest of your day. I would think to get long, probably if this move fills out, but it's tough. It's still a down tape. I'd almost want to see some kind of turnaround type of look, but wouldn't be surprised. My X account is Imp Maximiliano. Here, I'll throw it on the screen real fast. It is this right here. EMP Maximiliano. There's a picture. You should find it pretty easy. Here, this right here. That's what it looks like right there. Go find me. Boom. All right. I'm out of here, guys. I'll catch you guys around somewhere else, or obviously these streams Tuesday and Thursday. Market open.